Alrighty, okay, so your underlying energy has a lot to do with something from the past. You have the Six of Cups, y'all. So somebody could be coming back from the past. A lot of you guys could be interacting with a lot of exes right now. This is a very, past and nostalgic energy here. There's a lot of reflection back in the past as well, feeling or looking back in time at times when you guys felt the most happy, the most in love. It's an innocent sort of energy as well, and there's also children here involved. So I don't know if some of you guys out there are pregnant. Congratulations if that's the case. If I saw the Empress, I would have definitely feel like saying this, but since I don't see the Empress, it's a very low chance for some of you guys actually are pregnant. But for some of you guys, there could be children actually involved in your relationship at this time. But ultimately, guys, I do feel like an ex is making its presence. Oh, look at that. There's your card, guys, underneath here. It's reversed, but I don't read reversals. So I feel like you guys are either, it's something about your truth. This past relationship has a lot to do with standing by your truth and fighting for what you believe in. Perhaps there was something that you fought for in the past, and it could be coming back up now. Or perhaps some past feelings or something about how you see in the past is keeping you from being able to manifest in the present. Okay, just something that happened that was just so perfect that it can't be manifested again. Well, I don't know about that one, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, Gemini. Now, for your current state of being, you have the Four of Cups. So you guys are feeling a little stuck right now, apathetic, really. Things are just not happening in the way that you want to. There's a lot of focusing on looking at cups that just don't really seem to be giving you any kind of leeway of how to fix it, how to, gain some inspiration and some excitement into your current situation. So you're just like, ugh. I feel like ultimately maybe there's some offers that kind of keep coming in that are very much the same, or you feel like there's a lot of same old situations that could come up, so you don't really trust offers that are coming to you now. Which makes a lot of sense why the Six of Cups comes up, because if the past is an influence at all right now in this reading, it's because it's this card here that's really indicating that. So I feel like a lot of past stuff, or your past love life, or your past situation, an ex even is offering you something and you're like, well, what about the last time you gave me a cup? Because I'm looking at that right now and that wasn't that smooth. Okay, this is you guys offering something. You guys are waiting for an approval, or waiting for something, some sort of sign back. Okay, and your goal though, your goal in what you're trying to get to is the Three of Cups. I feel like you guys really want to reconnect, have fun, be around light energy, light platonic energy, but you really want a reunion of some sort. I feel like with a soulmate, with someone that you feel great amounts of support from. I do feel like you do want to reunite with someone from the past, someone that you have a really deep soulmate connection with. But the thing that's keeping you from being, connecting with this person again and, reuniting is death. So I think there's something that needs to be released right now, something that's holding you back. There's some space that's being held held in your heart right now, and you're not able to manifest anything because that place in your heart is being blocked. It's being held up by something else, possibly past disappointments, or perhaps even this beautiful relationship in the past. You just probably don't see that it's able to happen again. You're holding on to that relationship so hard that perhaps there's nothing able to come in. But maybe that could be the case, and for some of you, maybe it's not. I do feel like there is something that's holding you back, though. There's something you're not able to that you're not letting go of, and it's death. Death is a major arcana card. So in order for things to prosper, in order for things to happen, there needs to be space made for it. So I do feel like right now it's requiring you to make space for something, but you haven't let go of it yet. And it has a lot to do with the Five of Swords, perhaps something that you probably have done very selfishly. Maybe you were very selfish in the past. And this is for some of you guys were possibly really ruthless in how you guys went about this victory, but this victory felt very empty. You guys didn't feel very good about how you guys got to where you wanted to be, got to where you had to be. I feel like maybe you guys had to stand your ground about something. Maybe there was some truth that wasn't really rocking. So you had to think of yourself, which is understandable, right? You have to consider yourself. Some of y'all, you guys probably blatantly just totally selfish or was not considering the other person. And because you weren't doing that, you kind of ended things in a way that really kind of left things unsolved. I feel like maybe you feel a bit of regret for ending the relationship the way you did, and you feel still tied to this person, so you want something to happen. So that's probably why this it's really hard to release, because this is something that you could have probably prevented. For some of you, this is something that you really had to stand up for yourself. This is something that there was somebody that was giving you some sort of ultimatum or whatever. Somebody was not treating you right, or you had to stand by your truth, and you had to think of yourself, which is like I said, if you have to think of yourself and you have to do something that you really didn't want to do emotionally, then just to stand up for yourself, then hey, I completely get it, it had to be done. But you still doesn't mean that you don't have feelings for this person though, which is completely understandable. So there's a couple situations that could have happened there, but your best path to follow is the Ace of Wands. This is also the rekindling of old flames here. So perhaps you might want to initiate a not necessarily a proposal, but initiate something exciting with this person of the past. If you love them and want to be with them so much, then do something about it, right? Or this is the time to really go ahead and start having more fun and tapping into something that's very exciting to you. Because if you go ahead and do something that you find fun and exciting, the energy will follow, right? Like attracts like. So if you want a relationship like the past, but maybe not with the ex, then look for something that you find very enjoyable and something that you find very exciting to get involved in. And I feel like that energy of excitement and enthusiasm and interest and open to new things will follow. Okay. There's a lot of, you guys feel ultimately bored right now. So yeah, finding something that's fun is really what's going to bring that attraction to you, I feel. Okay. So now with your feelings, you have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like y'all wanting to be super romantic, or you guys are really focused on your heart's desire right now. I do feel like right now, because, Knights are your card right now, because this is a mutable sign. I do feel like right now you guys are really feeling that emotional openness. You guys are really feeling emotionally geared towards something. Perhaps this is feelings for someone that you already know, someone from the past, maybe a friend that perhaps you're a friend that wants more, or perhaps someone that wants more, and you're totally open to the idea. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you're feeling right now, that's kind of in your emotions, and you're kind of trying to figure out maybe what you want to do with that, which very well could be the case, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like, guys, emotionally, you do want to start something romantic. You do want to go out and be more romantic. You guys want to feel in love, and I feel like you guys are ready to love. But I think also you're focused on your heart's desire, and whatever your heart's desire is, it's directing. It's guiding you guys right now. I feel like right now it's keeping you from really seeing the cup that's being offered right here. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have Justice. So I feel like I feel like you want things to balance itself out. I feel like there is an imbalance right now. Things are just kind of like, boring, nothing's happening. Things kind of like staying the same. And you're not really sure if things, being a little bit differently. Being different. So I really feel like with Justice coming in to the situation, I feel like you guys want some karmic balance. You guys really want things to, to even itself out. I feel like you guys probably, you've done what you need to do, but you want things to kind of, to be fair. Perhaps you guys even want an apology for some of you guys. Maybe you guys are hoping for an apology because somebody was very selfish in the past. Could be you, it could be your ex. Somebody had to behave very, ruthlessly for this ending to happen, or for this, this victory to happen, or the circumstance to happen. Because honestly, this victory was something that it was a necessary victory. It's something that you had to do rather than what you wanted to do. And I feel like either somebody pushed you to this point and you want an apology, or perhaps you two are afraid that your apology will get let down if this was you being ruthless and caused the situation to kind of end the way it did. So I feel like there's not an apology that you really need. Somebody wants an apology. And I feel like also too that you guys really feel that in your heart that you have a lot of love to give, no matter what the situation is, honestly. But guys, in your outcome, you have the 10 of Wands. So this is called talking about carrying your burdens home. So this situation has a lot to do with how you're carrying it and how you're dealing with it. I feel like right now you're going to recognize and have a lot of pride in what you're dealing with. I feel like ultimately you feel burdened with this outcome, but you know that you can carry your stuff home. You know that you can take your stuff home. It may not be the easiest way to do it, but it's taxing, but at least you're getting it done, right? So I feel like ultimately this is the kind of the result of how things might end up, with you kind of tackling your burdens with pride. And also I feel like there is a different way that you can handle it, I think. But ultimately this is the best way that you see happening. I think it's the best way that you believe that can happen with the Ten of Wands. So conquering the ending, just conquering, the burden. I feel like ultimately that's what's up. Let me go ahead and quickly clarify that Ten of Wands just so I can get some clarity. Okay. Yeah, justice. It's a burden about an apology. Perhaps you guys go ahead and apologize, or you guys accept the apology and it's so much of a burden that you just go ahead and accept it, or you just let the situation pass. It's something in regards to balancing things out. Justice coming up. Okay. Now let me go ahead and pull you guys your wisdom of the oracle here. Okay. Gemini, what additional advice can we give Gemini? What additional advice can I give to Gemini? Okay, by the book. And just kind of, this is really interesting. It's like talking about, it's an anti-rebel card. Just do what you believe what you're supposed to do. Don't try to, go outside the box and do something that's, outside of norms or whatever. Follow all rules and regulations. That's what this card is pretty much saying. So, if you have certain, religious things to attend, or, certain, I guess, boundaries that you have yourself, rules that you have for certain people, don't break those. Don't let anybody break those. If you have any boundaries or any sort of ways of carrying yourself and how you approach others and how other people approach you, don't change that. I feel like right now, just kind of stay with the flow. Go with the flow with how things are meant to be in your life. So if you have like a certain way somebody's supposed to approach you and they approach you a little funny, don't let it off. Don't let somebody, just don't let it off like, oh, okay, well, he didn't do it right first time. No. If they're gonna come back, they're gonna come back right. They gotta come back by your terms, by the way you said it. Because the universe is course correcting right now as well. That's when that card comes up. It's all about course correction. So if they find that you're doing something that's out of line, or someone else is doing something out of line to you based off of what you've put, what kind of laws for yourself that you put in place, they're gonna get corrected. So, So by the book is really saying just do what you're meant, kind of like do what you're meant to do, but stay within the boundaries that you set for yourself at this time, okay? Instead of creating new ones right now, just kind of do what you've been doing right now, okay? Which is pretty much whatever boundaries that you've got, whatever rules that you've got, whatever traditional stuff that you've got going on, go ahead and attend those, and remain obedient to some things that you've kind of set in place in your life, or traditions that you've got going on for yourself, okay? All right, and your romance angels card for the week is honeymoon, and Taurus got this as well. Very interesting, and this is talking about enjoying your holiday with your partner. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So just kind of do the best, do you, try not to kind of break the law or anything, or do anything that's that could get you in some serious trouble, because you can get caught right now. By the book is indicating that. But also enjoy yourself. Try to find something that you truly enjoy. With the Ace of Wands talking about bringing in excitement, bringing in something new, that's definitely what's happening. It's definitely what it's talking about. If the past has indicated that you can find love, you can be in love, then it's totally possible for it to happen again. Don't believe that you can't have the Six of Cups again. So you might need to reinitiate this and do it, find a way to do it on your own, but try not to kind of break the law doing it, or do anything that can get you into serious trouble, or break any sort of traditional stuff that you've got going on or have set in your life, or, in your current life right now. Try not to be too rebellious in ways that you probably shouldn't. Okay. That's pretty much all I'm saying. But hey, if you do you at the same time. Okay. Yeah. And it's pretty much talking about commitment as well. By the book is another way of committing to something. So if you also it's 1111, which is also twin flames. So for a lot of you guys out there that's dealing with a twin flame energy, this is what it's talking about. Like if you are in a relationship with this person, or you want a relationship with this person, you're going to need to commit to them. It's time to commit to the tasks that you've agreed to. It's okay to commit to this person that you want to reconnect with, especially if they're wanting to come back anyway. Okay, it's all about commitment. And if you can find yourself to commit, then that's another thing as well, because that's what by the book is all about as well. Commitment.